of Dad's birth. Dad, why don't you tell us the year you were born in Malden and where you live?
1975. 1942.
Yeah.
During the Battle of Midway.
The Battle of Midway. Everett Wyndham Memorial Hospital. Who minute I was born in Malden is not true. Born in Everett.
Which is even worse than Malden.
Where is that in relation to Malden?
All of a sudden, you mentioned Malden and the sun went away.
Yeah.
How come?
The long dark hole.
Going into Great Malden, right?
And when did you leave Malden?
As soon as I could.
And went to the real world of Worcester.
That's why. Moved up and went to Worcester.
And tell him you were only 16 years old.
Tell him I was only 16 years old.
Now,
College?
When I graduated.
when was the last time you were back in Malden before today?
That's when was the last time I was in Malden before today.
Zadie's funeral.
And when was that?
Speaking of.
Yeah.
What year was that, Dad?
Little funeral. I don't know what year was that.
The name of that company. Vegas. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's not much of a processional.
Yeah.
Vegas funeral.
Tootsie getting Tootsie.
I'm trying to get. I gotta have her in the rearview mirror. Look, no.
You got the boy.
I got to turn on. There's the boy.
And now we've hit Boston.
I'm starting to like to kill herself.
What happened?
What's your line about Malden, Cher?
Which one?
I'd rather take an assassin's bullet.
Oh, yeah.
Again?
No.
Look in the camera. Okay, so and I graduated Malden High School,
In what year?
1959.
Wow.
Are we doing a
Give
year
us
in your life?
give us a face of what you might have looked like. Give us an
You're
idea.
gonna have so much fucking fun. You'll be whistling Dixie out of your ass.
And this trip, that's how much fun we're going to have in Malden. And what's the highlight of the trip to Malden? Sparks.
Wait, so tell us what you remember of Malden. Tell us some of the landmarks, some of the shops we can look for. The pizza place you worked at. Give us the lowdown.
Well, the pizza place I worked at is in Boston.
Okay.
So we
Tell
can't
us
do that.
about the shul and the Brighams and the.
Yeah, a Gouda Sachem. We can go past a Gouda Sachem.
What was it?
Kozlow's,
Herbie Kozlow's pharmacy.
pharmacy with a...
Let's see if anything is still there.
So name the things we're gonna look for.
Ferryway Pharmacy.
Fairway Pharmacy.
What was that?
Yeah, that was a pharmacy.
Okay.
Look. And Herbie Kozlow was the owner. You remember Herbie Kozlow?
Yeah, I remember Herbie.
He was the owner, and I was his key employee.
Soda
Okay.
jerk.
I was a carbonic engineer at a very young age.
How old?
I was working for him in junior high school.
How come his own sons weren't working there?
They were at different times, but
They were the carbonic man.
they would not work as cheaply as I would. So, but it was a good place because there were young chicks that would hang out there.
Do you remember the names of any of those chicks?
Yes, I do.
What are their names?
I'm not speaking right now.
Give it a name.
It was Edna.
There wasn't Edna. Lida Line was the hussy of the neighborhood.
Dad, this could be slander.
Is she? She passed away. So let's not talk about
So what else? So what tell us other places? Where was the spot? Zadie or someone said that you used to go stand pitifully in a drugstore and hope that people would buy you candy.
What's this?
Didn't someone once say that you used to they used to put you outside and you would hang out in the candy aisle of some drugstore in the hopes that someone would see you and buy you candy? No?
And then they'd be
No,
like, fat boy, you don't need any candy.
I didn't say fat boy to me. Not at that age. There was no one called me fat boy.
At what point would you say you started getting called fat boy?
My first job was a shoe shine.
Not when he was that
An outdoor shoe shine?
Yes, I would walk around with a shoe shine box.
No.
Yes,
And where? In downtown Boston or in Malden?
in Suffolk Square, Malden, where we're going.
And you had a little kit?
I had a kid. Yes.
Was it like a box? Was there like a...
It was a box, and I had
Okay.
a whole shoe shine box.
How
and a
old
kit.
were you when you shoe shined?
Oh, that was, we're talking, 9, 10, 11.
Wow, this was a weekend
Years ago?
after school thing.
Yeah, this was, plus there was a credit union that Zadie was, worked at the credit union in the weekends. So all the board members would meet, and I had a good audience right there for Fish Rides.
I was.
And what else can we look for?
Carmelo's house.
What else could we look for? Yep, what's his name?
Carmelo.
Carmelo's house, right?
I'll look for Carmelo.
So what was the address? Give us the addresses of the houses you grew up in.
The main one is 187 Bryan Street.
But that's not there anymore.
None of these things are
No,
there
but your
anymore.
Fort Francis.
My elementary school is a condo right now. We could go past
Is
it.
Malden High
The
still there?
Daniel School.
Malden High School is still there. The Daniel School is now a condo. And we'll see if Lincoln Junior High is still
And,
there.
what-
What
and
about your Hebrew school?
My Hebrew school, unfortunately, is probably still there.
He doesn't want
To
see
visit. Yeah, but that's the place we won't go by. There's just some memories you don't want to. No one knows to come out again.
It must be go
Some
out for.
memories are just too
Why don't we just
painful.
go out for bacon and eggs right now and
Let's put it this way. You know the stories about the priests who...
The pedophile priest.
I wish we had one at this Hebrew school. It would have been better than what we had.
what'd you have?
We had pick your nose. Pick your nose. What they would do, Shelley, is have an egg timer and spin the egg timer, and then you'd have to read a certain portion of the
That's why that one is moving.
book
Yeah.
within the time that the egg timer completes.
Wow.
Is that how you learn how to read so fast?
That's how, and actually, you didn't have any comprehension of what you were reading. That's
Right.
all it was prayers. It was
Right.
more conversational.
But we do
People
have to
talk.
go through the Callahan Tunnel.
So give us an example of
you said Sumter.
I said
Okay.
Sumner. But
give us an example of your Hebrew reading. So when do you think the last family
Been
trip
a
was?
real pleasure.
When was the last family car trip?
The last family car. There was some
Bringing
memorable.
one of you guys back home from Columbia, I remember, because I was with you in the big van.
Would everyone have been in that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're now in downtown Malden doing a drive-through.
Take a left.
here, right?
The next block.
Mom, tell us about the first time you came to Malden.
The first time I came to Malden,
Were you married?
no, it was shortly before we got married.
And you still went through with it?
I had my doubts.
So tell us what you did in Malden when you first came.
I think it was the first time I met your dad, because your mom had come down to Washington, remember, with Barbara? And I think it was the first time. Oh, that was when we bought the engagement ring.
And you bought the engagement ring from a jeweler in Malden.
Right.
Is it a Schneiderman-Solomon relation, or it was a...
Whoops, that's. One of the Brighams.
They got a McDonald's.
Wait, is Brigham
So
still
Dad,
here?
tell us what you're seeing and what's changed.
Oh, McDonald's. That used to be the Army-Navy
I
store.
know, this is terrible.
Oh, no. What about
Malden,
Boston Leaders?
Malden's been chained.
Malden Jewelry's still there. That's where we bought my $300 diamond ring.
Right, slow down there. Right here, there we go.
Malden Jewelry.
Okay.
And
How much was your ring, Mom?
Huh?
How much was the ring?
$300. Here was Boston Leader. That's gone.
Okay, we're about to see if Sparks is here.
Also, check out a parking place. Gee, I should have gone in there.
Edison. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. To your left.
There it is.
You see it?
It's
Spark! Be still,
Is that a
my
parking
heart.
spot?
Is this a...
No, there's
Wait, I don't see it.
It's right here on the left. Let's go up here and look and see if we can find parking.
Sparks is still there. Okay, well now, Sparks, and here comes the family. Dad, tell us, was Sparks here when you were a little boy?
I think they've redone the building.
They've redone, but the store was here.
The store was there.
Are we going in?
This is the ringing up at Sparks. I'm getting
We're on a family reunion.
everybody.
This is his birthday weekend.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Happy birthday.
So, are you
Ever he wants.
are you
Oh, wow.
What are those? What are you doing?
Oh, those ones are?
are you a Malden resident, ma'am?
They have a string.
Are you a Malden resident?
No, I'm not.
No. Okay.
Revere.
He grew up here.
Two X's?
Okay, have it.
Who's buying the 2X?
Do you have the other one that's right over?
Okay.
I'm paying for. What do you care?
He wants to grow into them, dear.
Dad, how was it to go back to Sparks? What'd you buy?
I bought a T-shirt.
I get the light here.
Well, you have to get
Yeah. Okay. What'd you buy?
Xbox. Hey, boy, come over here because I got the boy angry. I was irritated. Was I irritating?
Who bought the double XL?
The boy bought a double.
Boy bought a double XL.
And he got mad at me.
I don't think he needs them.
He doesn't need them. He wants to buy drawing underwear.
One pair of thong underwear, 2 bras, a sweater vest thing, sweater jacket, and a pair of sweatpants.
Bought some sports socks. Pair. Then I bought. Sharon found me a zebra bra for $4.99. Then I bought a wallet for $2.99.
Dad, when you walk to Sullivan Square, where we are now,
We're not in Sullivan Square.
Suffolk Square,
We're not in Suffolk Square.
Malden Square.
Malden
This is
Square.
Malden Square. I went to high school. Yeah, high school is right near here.
Can we-
Suffolk Square is the better part of town.
But you could walk here.
What he's saying is he lives
It's an alderman of Malden. What did that mean back when?
That means
City council.
city councilman.
Yeah.
And then an alderman was higher than a councilman. There was a bicameral legislation in the city.
Okay, and tell me your memories. Would you go to town hall meetings with Zadie and whatnot?
I would go to council meetings, alderman meetings. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
Did that have any influence on you becoming a lawyer?
Might have.
Was Zadie a lawyer?
Yes, he was. Do you know that?
I think I knew that.
Yeah, where'd you go to law school?
He went to Suffolk.
Suffolk.
Suffolk. And in those
Isn't that where
days-
Silverman went?
That's where Suffolk.
Yeah.
Not a particularly prestigious law school.
Dad, tell us. Wait,
Here's where Sadie bought me my engagement ring.
so tell us the story. Tell us the story.
That's the hour.
I'm just ready. You get it dark? Is it bad?
No, I gotcha. It's good.
Yeah. Tell the story.
The story is that Zadie insisted that Marty buy me a diamond engagement ring. We didn't have the money and I didn't want the ring, but he made us all come down here with Barbara and Bernie and the kids in tow, Bubby and Zadie, me. I just met them. And he said, pick out a ring. And the guy brings out a tray of diamond rings. I said, I have that little dainty one, which is the cheapest one.
Where did you get the ring?
Nope.
Where is
I
it?
gave the diamond to Sharon. We had a necklace made out of it.
Should we go buy another diamond ring?
I go up.
So,
You want to go in?
Go on in. Go in.
See the owner? We gotta wait. The owner? Who's the owner? The owner's store.
Yes.
Well, we bought
take
an
the story
engagement
that-
ring. We bought an engagement ring here 100 years ago, so we were just coming by to say, on return. Okay.
We wanted to look at the diamonds in case she could move up now.
Wednesday will be here.
Was there a prior owner named Silver?
No, that's Art Cal. This is Cons.
Cons.
Art Cal is up the street.
Mr.
No, no,
Moody,
no,
this
no.
was Malden Jewelers.
This is Malden Jewels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the place.
This is where we bought our engagement ring. Too many. Certainly not over the engagement ring.
Great, that's done.
All right.
Come in Wednesday, folks.
This was Herbie's place?
No,
No?
this is not Herbie's place. This is another place where I worked in. I worked in a lot of different places.
And where was the prophylactic story, Dad?
That's at Herbie's.
So what did you do at the Family Dollar drugstore before it was Family Dollar?
I just used to be a stockbroker.
How old are you?
Junior high school.
Where was the pizza place that you worked at?
That's in Boston.
Yes.
What'd you say, Sharon?
Is the pizza place there?
The neighborhood hoodlums.
Did they have the cyber cafe when you were here?
No, but Marty, here's DeMarco and DeMarco lawyers.
Is what?
DeMarco, lawyers.
Oh, this is Malden High. Daddy, what year did you graduate from Malden High?
1959.
Is that same building?
No. That's the building.
The same location?
Did you go to
The building's on the other side.
Converse restaurant ever?
I feel very grateful, actually, to have gotten to this point in life. That Daddy and I are both in good health, and look at you 3 kids, and we're all here celebrating this. And actually I feel pretty emotional about it. I think it's terrific. Very happy that we're all together, and that we've come to this point in life.
Yay.
Nice words, Ma.
Very nice.
Yeah, Dad. Dad, where's your emotionality?
Is my what?
Where's your
His moon's over his hammy.
If we think Dad's old, if we look at the painting on the wall. Pleasant Street from Central Square, 1867. Dad, did you know any of those people when you were here? Were you friends with anybody before you met Mom? Were there any other potential wives?
Nope. Nope.
Any previous girlfriends? At all? Were you being chased by besides the draft board?
Fashion police.
He was a good catch. Yeah, the fashion was. He was a good catch.
So tell us, how did you celebrate Daddy's? How did you celebrate Daddy's 40th birthday? Let's recall. I remember there was a party at the house. When I remember that. 20 years ago it was.
We had a combination 40th birthday and 15th anniversary party. And we lived on Ryan back then. And we had all our friends came, and we renewed our vows, and Abel was our rabbi.
Wow.
Remember that?
You renewed your vows then 3 times so far?
Twice. The Elvis one, a couple years ago, and on our 15th anniversary.
Wow.
Abe did a whole ceremony, and some people, in fact many people who didn't know him, thought he was a real rabbi.
Oh, yeah, this is rabbinic degree.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Wow.
Was I around?
you were there. And in fact, somebody sent a belly dancer. Do you remember the
I
belly?
remember the belly dancing, but I don't remember the vow renewal. Was that a good birthday, Dad? What do you remember about turning 40, and how's it different from turning 60?
He can't remember.
3 more college educations.
Yeah.
Going by so quickly.
Yeah, the 20 years went quick.
Lee. All that money Columbia education.
I remember when,
About a birthday memory in Malden. Was there a party? Did J.D. take a bunch of kids out to
Yeah.
Bringham's, or what did tell us about it?
I could leave a very substantial birthday party.
Yeah?
It was in the Dorothy Quincy suite of the John Hancock building.
Wow.
For a birthday for you?
Yes, it
Oh, you
was.
bar mitzvah?
Right, my 13th birthday.
Were you bar mitzvah on your 13th birthday?
No.
No, he didn't want to ruin it. That was Danny's line. Not getting bar mitzvah on my birthday. I want to ruin it.
So tell us, where was your bar mitzvah?
Well, the religious part of it, the fun part, was at the Aguda Sachem.
Uh-huh.
And then we had it in downtown Boston. With a big crowd.
and you got jiggy with it?
What was the date of your bar mitzvah?
June something.
Yeah, June something, 1955.
Right near your birthday. And do you remember anything about the party or about the birthday? Or?
I remember, because I saw some home movies.
Okay. What do you remember? What do you remember from the home movies?
I remember Daddy's bar mitzvah because of some home movies I saw. There was like a little receiving line, and every woman who kissed him,
The lipstick mark?
no, he went like
He wiped
that.
it off.
After every single kiss that he got, he went like that. It was so cute.
Any other happy Malden memories, Dad?
You're all happy.
How about, did you learn to drive in Malden? How old were you when you learned to
He
drive?
didn't learn to drive till he was married.
He's never learned to drive. Did you not drive at all when you met Mom? Or you?
Well, I failed the driving test
How many times?
the first time. But
I remember you said you were in the car and you were on a steep hill and you had to change it into...
remember the story.
Yeah.
What was the story?
Well,
And you tried to do it, you couldn't do it, and the guy said, next!
you had four people who came with the driving tester at one time. Three people.
Whose car do you use?
You mean 3 other kids or 3 testers?
Three other kids with one tester. And so that you don't start out at the same place. So you start with one student on the hill, and that was on a shift car, and you cannot roll back. If you roll back, you flunk. So we stopped on the hill, called me, my turn. I came in, I rolled back, I flunked, and I went back in the back seat again. It took me
And then
15 seconds.
And then when did you finally pass the test? It was after you were married.
No, the next time I took the test, they would pass.
So why do you think he didn't drive until he met you? Until he was married?
No. He didn't have a car at Clark. He didn't have a car at Columbia. He got a used car, to drive from Malden to Washington when he came down to be in the Air Force. And as I heard it, the car died someplace on the New Jersey Turnpike and had to be abandoned or junked or something. I think he rode the clutch or something. I don't know what he did. And hadn't you just bought it?
No, I just received it from the folks.
Oh, okay.
It's a used car from
And
the
did you
folks.
just leave it someplace?
Yes.
So Dad, are you proving a point by making your first meal in Malden a ham?
It's a statement that I'm making. And I'm bringing you to Malden, they could see that the results of my fine effort to bring Judaism to the homes.
Well, they just skipped a generation, that's all.
Skipped a generation.
This one?
This is Bubby's house right here.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I bet you this is Carmelo's...
Yeah, it looks like it's still their house, doesn't it?
Let's get out for a sec.
College, I think.
So you didn't go.
No. I never really lived in this full time.
So why did they leave the Bryan Street house and come here?
Urban renewal. That's a story.
What does that mean?
That means Zadie was in favor of a program renewing the neighborhood. And people didn't like to lose their houses because you had to have condemnation to expand roads. So Zadie's house got condemned to have this, but it was a very controversial issue at the time. That's the first time he lost an election in over 20 years because he was in favor of urban renewal.
Wow.
And the people in the ward didn't want the urban renewal. There you go.
Wow. And who lived across the street?
What was the
Carmelo.
Yeah.
What was their last name?
They had a pool in the backyard, I remember.
Yeah, that's
Like, tell us what was on the inside of the house. What do people remember?
I remember hearing the
cot.
subway all night long,
Yep.
especially in the summer when the windows were open.
Yep. What do you remember, Cher?
Sleeping in the cot.
And where was the cot?
Bubby and Zadie's room. And Bubby's bed was like this.
With the planks of wood. Dad, what do you remember about the house or what was in there?
what I remember about the house.
Yeah, I remember the song that we used to play on the organ. It was called Ebb Tide.
Ebb Tide. It was a beautiful melody till I heard it in the house.
Dan, do you have a memory of what was in that house? Where you slept, or?
Yeah, in the
corner room.
Yeah, but there was that other room with a big reclining chair
It was that room.
and the TV.
Yeah.
And I remember she had a.
And Bubby had the drawer with the gum that was totally stale with like.
Yeah.
Balls in the closet.
Yeah.
Good one.
Oh, and she had like a double-headed shower that I liked.
Oh, right. No, but remember the little cups that they had their teeth in?
Doesn't Daddy have one of those now? That's my doll she had made out of push pins.
Oh yeah, the fruit and the dolls.
And the chandelier, they had the dining room.
Oh, that hideous chandelier.
What's this?
They threw away my baseball card collection.
We would have been rich.
We would have been rich. We could have gone to Sparks.
Do you know? Is there one particular card you had that you know is a rare collector's item now?
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, not that.
Mickey Mantle?
No, I had Warren Spahn. I had all the Braves. I had all the collections. I had everything in that year. So whatever it would take. In 1955.
The only reason they're worth anything is because everybody's mom threw the stuff away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There was one kid who had it. His mom loved them. Now we're rich.
This is the house where you first met Bubby and Zadie?
Yeah.
So tell us about your first dinner over there.
Oh, the first dinner. Bubby thought I wasn't Jewish enough.
Uh-huh.
And she had made matzo ball soup,
Yeah.
which I was familiar with that, of course. What I wasn't familiar with was sprinkling something called matzo farfel on top of your matzo ball soup. So Bubby asked me if I knew what matzo farfel was, and I said no. And she goes in the kitchen to the back of the pantry there, and she brings out a box of matzo farfel, which I've never had since. I think it's like crushed up matzah. I think that's what it is. Anyway, she takes the box and we pass it around the table, and everyone sprinkles their farfel. And I looked down at mine after I sprinkled it, and I said, "Mine's alive!"
There are bugs in it?
Everyone had bugs in their soup.
Oh, no.
There were ants in the matzo farfel.
So what did Bubby do?
Throw it all away. Fortunately, she had a big cauldron of soup, so
Yep.
we started all over
And
again.
who was at the table?
I think I think probably the Feldsteins and Dad and I, and Bubby and Zadie.
Good. And that was the beginning of a beautiful...
And I've never had matzo farfel since.
Here's the tray.
Train.
Imagine how loud it is in the back of those houses.
Train. The house. The train.
House.
Okay,
The house, but that is
we're at the corner. Tell us the cross streets where you were born, Dad.
Bryan and Hazelwood.
And
Let's see, is this a tree? Oh, it came down.
Dad used to play basketball on this tree.
Wow.
And would have been the house just to the left here?
To
the right.
To the right.
The house to the right.
Well, that house came down because they widened the street. And these would have been my neighbors. But our house would have been something, on
Are
three
these
stories.
the original houses?
Yeah,
They
these
look
are
like it.
original.
So how come yours came down?
Because they widened the street.
Which street?
Oh, this was the corner where Daddy lived.
They used to play right in this street.
Right there. Whoop, right there. Who would you play basketball with, Dad?
Any-
Were you good back then?
Huh?
Were you good?
No. Why?
So we're gonna
It
go.
was in walking distance.
You could have.
Oh,
So
yeah.
tell us about Hebrew school, Dad. Come look at us.
Oh, look, a little fair.
Wait a second.
Party.
Where was the?
On here, take a right.
So do you have to walk to Hebrew school every day after regular school?
Yes, I did.
That looks so fun.
Let's see if we can play.
And do you remember your teacher at Hebrew school? Do you remember teachers' names?
Mrs. Azanoff, Mr.
But where are the Malden Mountains? Near the Hebrew.
This is right here. And they redid the school.
Where's the school? Where was it?
After you see it.
This is the Hebrew school?
Coming up.
And Daddy used to call us Malden Mountains. See the
Rocks.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. No, it's no longer a Hebrew school.
It's
Yeah,
condos.
luxury condos.
18
Oh, no.
Look at that.
This was your Hebrew school? Yeah,
My
you,
Hebrew
you could
school.
live in your Hebrew school. It look like this?
This was Daddy's Hebrew school. Now, to be turned into luxury condos. Let's get a picture of the sign with you.
Now you could live in your Hebrew school. This is
A
a one
dream.
and only
A
chance.
dream come true, Dad.
Dream come true. 18 luxury condos. Used to be.
But what was the Hebrew school called, Dad?
I'm trying to think of the name.
Oh, you said it before. Oh, gosh.
No,
Was this connected at all to Agudas Achim, or this was even more religious? Was this more religious than Agudas Achim?
no, this was not more religious, just separate. This fed kids from all over.
But did all the kids you went to Agudas Achim with go here after school,
Yes.
or
Yes.
and was it Orthodox?
Yes, it was Orthodox.
Was it classes with girls and boys together though?
The girls didn't have to go.
Girls didn't have to go, only the boys.
Only the boys went.
And tell us what you got. Tell us. I know you got in trouble a couple times. What were some things you got in trouble for?
I brought a sub sandwich with ham into school.
Yeah. Were you aware it had him in it at the time?
I was.
I know.
I was aware it had. Of course, I was aware.
And did you try to hide it, or did you eat it blatantly?
I think he wanted to get thrown out.
No, I don't think I. Who knows?
How
The
old-
psychological depth. of
How
this
old were
issue.
you during the sub incident?
Well, it was before 13. Okay, and then another time I was shooting baseball cards, flipping baseball cards in the ladies' room.
Or were you in the
Why'd they have a ladies'
be-
room if girls didn't go?
Well, because they had teachers and principals, so it usually was a pretty quiet place to be able to sneak away and get a game of baseball cards flipping. So
was that something you played by yourself, or you played with somebody else?
someone else was with me.
And you were playing hooky?
I was at Hebrew school at the time, so I didn't view it as hooky. I was taking an extra course.
And how many days a week do you have to go?
I used to have to go
Every
Monday,
day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday night you had off. You had to go to Saturday services, and you had Sunday. So there was not one day that was without some sort of school.
So what time would you come to?
4 to 6.
Wow.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sunday morning.
I call that child abuse.
Why don't you guys decide to make anything?
Part of it is the old building, right? The freaking old building?
Videotaping me?
Yes,
Yeah.
no, well, don't videotape. Hey, stop.
Yeah.
And is that part of the old building?
Yeah, the existing building goes up to that rim joist around there. We have 2 floors to it.
Wow.
Wow. When did it stop being a Hebrew school? Do you know?
I don't know. Stop it.
Yeah. What's the show we're about? What's the show we're now passing?
Didn't I read a portion? I read a portion.
You
didn't I?
read here too, Danny.
Yeah.
And this is where Bubby and Zadie were members. So,
The Solomon Auditorium.
who was the Solomon Auditorium named after?
My Uncle Doc.
It was named after
No,
Uncle Doc.
Uncle Doc helped build it, and was named after your great-grandfather
Who's on whose side?
Bubbies.
on Bubby's side.
And why was it named after him?
Because it's called Solomon.
I know, but
Because
why?
They
Doc
gave money.
Solomon and Bubby and Zadie gave considerable contributions towards the building of it.
You have happy memories here, or this you were forced? Did you walk to shul? Dan, move.
Force.
What?
You walked to shul?
No, see, this synagogue was built after.
When was it built?
This was not the synagogue I grew up in. The synagogue I grew up in was torn down, and they put up this. This is a modernistic-looking building compared to the traditional.
When was the synagogue torn down? When you were before you were?
Since 1965,
Yeah.
it was built.
Oh,
Look
they
at the sign.
should have kept the old one.
Yeah.
In the year 5725 shell is when they built that.
Wow. Yeah.
Where does it? Look at that.
Where are you looking?
Over there.
I don't.
We still give some.
Okay. 2.
That we can go up Harvard.
What's that building right there? Was that an old
This was, that was a Bryan Street synagogue. That was a synagogue too.
That one was?
Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah. Look at the top.
That would look more like the building that used to look like over here with the Zachar. And this used to be also Orthodox.
Was it competitor or?
Competitor Orthodox.
Right across the-
And then the Reform was a little bit further.
The Goyim.
So this was a big Jewish community then, huh?
Yes, it was very, very big.
All right,
Jewish
Boylston.
community.
And now we're gonna go visit where Bubby and Zadie are buried.
Rosie
one's named after them.
Is that what that is? Wow.
And those were Buddy's parents.
Yeah.
Great grandparents.
1878.
What do you remember about them, Dad? They were old. Yeah.
They were very nice. They came over. They came from the old country,
From where?
Russia.
Look at barking. They speak English to each other, or Russian, or Yiddish, or what they
Yiddish.
to each other?
Ida Barkin?
I don't know. Oh, that's Ida's grave. Look at that.
Where's this?
Another
Who
Schneiderman.
is? Do we know?
Yes, this is Zadie's. This is Zadie's.
Zadie's
Mother-
parents.
Zadie's parents.
This is Zadie's parents.
Couldn't believe it. I didn't even know they were buried here.
Our other great-grandparents.
What were their names, Dad?
Chris,
Yeah.
Amy.
And where were they
Look at that.
from?
They died in the same year. I didn't even know them.
Oh, you-
Yeah, you're
oh,
only
'cause
2
you
years
were.
old.
I was 2 years old.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, they died at the same time.
Look at that.
Wow.
And he was a Hebrew school teacher.
At this school where you also went to
No,
school?
no. He had his own cheder.
Wow.
Even more religious. And,
Yeah.
this is phenomenal.
Remember Sam Schneiderman is really
Died age 101.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not Doc.
No.
What are they?
Doc
Oh, was
was-
that Shad?
No, Sam Zadie's oldest brother.
This is Zadie's brother.
On a rock?
Yeah, we all will.
What do you do?
You put a stone like you were here. Yeah.
Kind of like hey-girling them. That looks nice. They have the nicest block, huh? Is that the Irish March?
No, he was younger. Here's Cynthia's grave. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
How are you related to Cynthia again, Dad?
Daddy's
cousins.
first cousin.
Who were her parents?
Ida and Bob.
I am Bob's parents.
Green.
Is she Lenny's sister?
Uh-huh.
Who?
So who's going to be next to her?
That's Cynthia?
Well, I don't know because Phil remarried.
Yeah.
So, look at this name. How do you pronounce that one?
Poznikov.
Oh, yeah.
How do you pronounce that one?
So what's it the three? What's the...
Husband, father,
That must be the daughter. On Zadie's side, interesting. And Frank Weinman.
You probably knew a lot of people from Shoal here.
Yeah, I recognize a lot of these names. This is the synagogue.
Here's to Amelia.
Wait, that says
Ben-
Natan Ben Mar.
Mark. Oh, well, that was his
Mark-
name.
His father's
Right.
name.
Marcus.
Marcus
And
and
this
Annie.
says,
Salmon Rose.
it doesn't say Gertrude. It says,
Ganesi.
Genesi Bat Shalma.
Shalma.
Solomon?
Shalma is...
Rose.
Shalma Lieber is
Shalma.
Shelley. That was her name.
But that's after
But Rose is her mother's name.
oh no. Rose, no.
Yeah, Sam and Rose are her parents.
No.
Oh, you know,
Marcus
Daddy, I
and
think it says
Annie.
Ben Mordechai.
This is
I think,
Solomon.
I think Zadie's, what's his name, Mordechai?
Marcus.
No, but it doesn't say
Yeah.
Marcus. It says Mordechai. So
Mordechai.
Natan Ben Mordechai.
Now where was Solomon? Where was Bubby's?
Right, so where's this Hebrew name?
there are more Solomons over here.
So wait, who is this?
He got it. 60 cents.
This is his wife. So Uncle Doc's first name is Louis?
Oh, that's probably how you got Lawrence. Oh, maybe.
There you go.
There you go.
I thought it was up Uncle Doc.
I'm going to record this as I'm trying to figure out what it says and what it means to figure out if we can trace his and her parents' names. Maybe Adam will help. Zeddy's parents.
Boy. We're gonna get Shelly. Let's get Shelly. Some pictures of Shelly.
Did you put one on Doc's?
Let's see. Do you have one left for Doc?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's the boy. Oop.
Don't too close to the rat.
Here we go. Some of the great. Here's a scene from Boston. I know it. No, this is the big battery.
You don't have it on though.
Yes, it is. It's on my.
Joke.
It's a Lens Cup joke. Here's Bunker Hill. There we are. You like that? Here's a joke.
Soccer, they won like 80,000.
Ooh, soccer. It was a
Wow.
Marty.
Yeah.
Before food comes, we really should have a toast. This is the mini reunion before the big reunion. Right?
Yeah.
So, and although we're here for Marty, actually there are a lot of other things that are going on in this family that we should recognize. First of all, I think on June 8th is your anniversary, and it must be 40 some 43 years.
All right.
43 for her, but it's 44 for the rest of us. We were married in 58, honey.
It's 44?
Yes, 44.
All right, even better. You're here at 45. You're here at 45.
There was one really bad year.
Having fun, time goes fast.
Okay, now the other thing is, I'm leaving Marty's birthday to last because Shelley and Adam have their 30th and 31st birthdays, June 8th and June 9th.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Speed things up.
He's got a year and a day on me.
and then Paul has actually survived his 60th.
Oh, is that right? Yes. Okay.
He had a 60th, I'm not exactly sure when.
March. And you can do it, Marty.
So,
All right.
now who am I missing? Who else has a birthday or some major? Danny and Lisa both turned 31 in February on the same day.
On the same day.
Every year we seem to do
They
that.
have the same birthday.
Exact same birthday.
What day is that?
February 18th.
Unbelievable.
When's the same?
We're born on the same day. I'm older. I'm older by a few hours.
We're here because of Marty, really, and I have to say, he was totally ungracious in dealing with his birthday. And for a guy who's
Is he gracious about anything else?
he's gracious about everything else, but this was like pulling teeth. You cannot imagine, he wanted the day to go by unrecognized, and really, this idea of coming to Boston and having a family reunion was Shelley's idea. And she really pushed
at a deli in New York.
The words of Roz
And
are once in a lifetime.
We finally just told Marty, this is what we're doing. It doesn't matter what you say anymore. You cannot let this day go by. And we also have our 35th anniversary this summer in
35.
August. So, a lot of good things going on. Anyway, happy birthday, dear.
Good job, Mom.
Very nice.
Good speech.
Very nice.
Was it recorded?
It's recording. Who's taking this picture? Am I coming out nicely?
Yeah.
I am?
Oh, no, you're a little close, Dad.
You're under glasses.
You should have seen. You
What?
should.
Wait,
There-
I
there
didn't
we go.
mention Sharon.
Well, here we go.
Excuse me.
Do over.
Sharon's birthday was in April. Okay, it's a little outdated. She just finished her first year of law school.
She is a 2L.
Got her first grade, which was a B.
The Erin Brockovich.
Eric Brockovich at the University of Miami.
Without the big boobs.
That'll come at graduation.
Was that her graduation present?
That's a present. What do you want for graduation?
And Danny and Lisa
You did.
bought a house.
I never got any.
Danny and Lisa just
My
bought
mom
a house
just.
Oh, yeah, let's
DC downtown.
They bought a house.
and moved in a
I never got any.
And it's a lovely, lovely house.
Went later. No, but she did. My mom
The
did.
only non-lawyer Schneiderman in the immediate Schneiderman family.
That's right, Lisa's.
That deserves
Lisa's a lawyer, Daddy's a lawyer, Sharon
What
will
about
be a lawyer. Well, Adam did. He was exempt.
Adam's not, she's not a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
And you know, so Dad went to Columbia Law and Mom went to George Washington. And Daddy went to Columbia and Lisa went to George Washington. They have the same.
Parallel structure here.
I thought you and Marty went to the same hospital. I knew you went to George Washington, and I knew
Before their college, and they leave
on the wall. I was like, oh, over at Foggy Bottom?
Foggy Bottom.
So when did you meet? I used to live at one.
They
And he was there when we had our girls.
They own all Foggy Bottom.
It's on now. It's on. It's recording. I'm gonna open up present.
Who's that from?
Michael and Amy
and Gabe and Jesse.
and Gabe and Jesse.
Read the card.
The card. You gotta read the
It's
card.
right here. It's right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the
Can you
card.
read it?
The CAD.
Marty.
Marty.
We thought you'd enjoy some toys on your birthday. All right, I'm gonna get some toys, huh?
All right.
From your treasure chest?
These are adult
toys. Some are adult,
Adult
toys.
toys.
Kid toys.
Adult toys.
A back scratcher.
But it's a
It's extendable.
bendable back.
It's not any old back scratcher.
Oh, okay.
Oh. It's enough forks for me, but I need more fork size for Lenore.
Yep.
And now, oh, look at this. Oh, this is
What
good.
is that?
Mom, is it?
What is this?
Is that a nose? What is
It's
that?
a finger puppet?
Yeah, put your fingers in it.
Wait, have Jesse show us how to do it.
You're gonna eat. There you go.
Like that?
Wait, Jesse, you show us.
Is that how you do it? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it doubles as a pen. Oh, that's cool.
That was a
I don't want that. I mean, it looks like a pen.
I'm stealing it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Got it?
ergonomics.
Is there more?
Yeah, keep going.
There's more? Hold on.
Oh my god, I love those.
What is that?
What is
It's a
it?
rock garden. Oh my god, I
That is so feng shui.
love those.
What is it?
You can play with your rocks.
And you feel,
I had that at my time. It's a rock garden.
Tape.
And you rake the sand and you just tend to your garden.
Into garden.
I won't be able to look.
Oh, yeah, you got the right color.
What did he say? What did Mike say about it?
I can tell my watch.
You can rearrange your garden.
Oh.
I love
Yes,
that.
there's one more little one.
Oh, there's one more. Oh.
Oh, you get the guy a beard. I remember these.
Oh, these are good.
You gotta pull out the pen.
No, you have to pull out the pen. That's it. The magnet.
Oh,
Pen's the magnet.
on the end.
The whole.
Hair on his head.
look at that. Oh, I see. Oh.
Ooh, those are good gifts.
Well, I won't be able to go
Once
to
you
the
open
luncheon.
that, if you can, once you open that, you
Busy
can.
tomorrow now.
Yeah.
Won't be able to go to the
You can't open this until we get back.
So you get your
I
office.
did. I tried to bring it to Elite.
Yeah, and it all gets over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Dad.
I don't know.
Hey, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. That picture.
Thank you.
Here you go, start out.
Still on?
That was a group picture.
Oh, and you.
And I
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 2, 3. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Something family. Freaky. I hope they're real cool, but I can't say why.
This is really quite an
Family. They're really freaky. They're like oranges too. I can't think of a rhyme for orange. You not stop the song. Please let me go. I really be Steelish. Please let me go. I don't wanna be Adam. Oh my god.
Here we go. Look at that one.
He wants to see it.
You don't want to sign this?
You gotta hold on, wait.
Let's see it.
Yes.
Oh, you're good at checks.
Print it out.
That's your credit check, honey.
What is that?
It shows the house, the house we owned at the time, and said no mortgage, whatever it was, we had cars, and then it said liens, and,
He's flaring his nose.
Yeah, I can do the other guy whenever there is. That's better. The guy says.
What's this?
Yeah, on tape.
On tape? Hold on.
Ready?
What you gotta do?
You'll say something about us.
Okay.
I'm gonna crop on that a chocolate donkey.
So I said, well, great. So 2000.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
So Marty says,
Okay, my
I missed your anniversary when I made my little speech.
Thank you.
Nobody said me to.
Wait, is today your anniversary?
2 days.
Oh, I missed that. Wow. Wait, how many?
13 years.
Oh, the lucky one.
No.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Speech.
I remember your wedding.
Michael, what's it for the newlyweds at the table, and you have two different newlywed couples here? Give us some.
Go to
Amy?
wish you, okay?
Send husband to Vegas.
Send your husband to Vegas alone.
Mike and Andy, you want Johnson help you cut cake or you cut for
That's Ellis. You're the better.
You really
There you go.
Just one more, Dad. Just one more in your
Oh
repertoire.
yeah, with the glass. Drinking from the wrong guy.
You don't know, you know that one.
No.
Yeah, you know this one. Just you got to drink.
No, get
Always
Amy's
drink.
water.
Always drink from this side. Never drink from that side. Always drink from this. What?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Did you say why?
Yeah.
Because if you drink this side, look at that side. That's the whole side. That's why. You gotta drink from that side. Now it's recording. We're recording, see him? And this is, up here is a,
What you'll do, and on the cable, hire a young guy.
okay? So it's recording right now. That button over here puts it on standby. And that button up here does,
What the hell are you doing? Don't even ever buy something like that.
She said, "What's my father?" You know, I watched that.
Sure they do that. You know, how wonderful.
Right.
Got your brother? That's how you wear your towel.
Getting old, man.
I've been here since 30, so I can't.
No.
Why not? Because we just made these whole plan.
Shell, come here, that's spring pushing. Particular time, is dropping you off and stuff like that, particular time, you're gonna do something now?
What you got there?
Dude, I want that car. Oh, don't do that.
Is it ugly?
Yeah.
That they would try to wait, I said,
Wait for what? Okay. Don't put your fingers in there.
Just take your fingers in it, yes.
Got your brother.
I know it's
I got him.
Zoom. Not a Zoom?
Right?
Now you gotta shut it.
I know.